to Campus Tutorial Team. My name is Isa Muhammad Lawal. I am here to tutor you on Sociology 402. Sociology 402 by the course title is Current Trend in Sociological Theory. It has to do with the logical theoretical constructs, which is deductive and inductive. Now, all sciences and social sciences emanate from philosophy. So therefore, that is to say, the natural scientists and the social scientists, they are all philosophers. Now, there is these questions that they have been confronted with. What is the nature of human society? Is society real? These are some of the questions that confront the social thinkers. Now, we believe that sociology is the scientific study of society. Now, what is the nature of social reality? In answering this question, two philosophical positions emerge: the realist tradition and the nominalist tradition. From the realist angle, they believe that society is real and social phenomena are real. Sociologists like Comte, they believe that society is real. For the nominalists, to them, society is just a product of our interaction. That when interaction ceases to exist, society disappears. For example, like the nominalists, they said concepts that we use, such as religion, education, class, university, they are mere convenient concepts in which we coin in order to summarize a particular phenomenon. But the realists, they said no, that the concept that we coin, it enables us to gain access to study the true nature of reality. Take for example, let me take university for example. When realists said a university, what will come to your mind is a place where people go there to study. It's a place where people go to study, to acquire academic knowledge. But it is much more than that. In the university, there are other activities that take place in the university. Now, having understand the position of these two schools of thought, I am going to bring their argument side by side based on four major categories. The first one is ontology. What do you understand by ontology? Ontology simply means what is most real. The realist says society is real. The nominalist said no, society is a product of our imagination. Now, coming to epistemology, how do you know what you know? How do you know that society is real? For the realist tradition, they said for you to know why society is real, you have to use the method of positivism. Positivism is the method of the physical science. Scholars like Auguste Comte, they used the method of positivism. Positivism is a generalizing science and not a particularizing science. But for the nominalists, it is anti-positivism, which is the opposite of positivism. Coming to human nature, how do you understand man and his environment, man and his fellow human being? How does man react to situations, to events and social phenomena? To the realist tradition, they believe that the society determine the way the individual behaves. To them, it is deterministic in nature. There are certain things that determine our behavior. Take example like Emil Durkheim. Emil Durkheim said, sociology is the study of social facts. What are those social facts? Social facts, they are those things that are external to man and they have the power to control our behavior. Such things as law, our norms, our customs. Sometimes they are not there. You are not seeing them, but they control you. They regulate the way you behave. Now, from the nominalist angle, they said no, human being act voluntarily. That individual acts based on calculation. He calculates events before he acts. So therefore, human being acts voluntarily, independent of the society. Now the final one, which is the fourth one, is on methodology. Methodology has to do with how we carry about research, sociological endeavors, how we go about it. For the realists, they favor the nomothetic science. Nomothetic science is a generalizing science. Why from the nominalist point of view, they say it should be ideographic. Ideographic is a particularizing science. And this is because every social event, every phenomenon is unique. You cannot observe a particular phenomenon because you are dealing with human being and you take it to the general and generalize. So to cap it all, you might be asked, what is the nature of social reality? There are so many schools of thought and philosophical positions, but for the purpose of this very little tutorial today, we are just bringing two, realist versus nominalist tradition. When you come to their ontology, what is most real to them? The realist said society is most real. The nominalist say no, society is just a product of our imagination. Coming down to epistemology, how do they know what they know? One says it's true positivism, another one says it's anti-positivism. The third one is on human nature. Human behavior is determined by the environment he or she finds himself. While the other one says no, human being acts voluntarily, independent of environment, that he calculates his action before he takes move. Coming to the method, one is a nomothetic science and the other one is ideographic science, which is a particularizing science. On this note, we have come to the end of this edition. I will welcome your comments and your questions. So we are going to be looking at the method of their research, that is deductive method and the inductive method. Always log in to Campus Tutorial TV for more and more and more of this. Thank you.